Margaritaville, at sea nicknamed the worst cruise ship in North America, has been bashed across the internet.
Because there are literally someone else's hair and skin flakes, or I don't know what's going on in here.
All right there.
Oh my god!
All the ship we've been on, and yeah, you can really tell.
It is known for having prices that might be too good to be true. So I'm spending 5 days on the Margaritaville at sea for $279, or about $55 a night. And my plans for this trip are threefold. First, I am going to rate it on cleanliness, food, and entertainment. Second, I have this really old camera that my mom found that's from like 2005, so I want to take as many photos as possible on this camera during my trip. And then third, I am going to assemble a team. Okay, so we're about to leave on the trip. Lacey was really happy, but
I am happy.
Anyways.
We're a half hour late.
Wait,
Over a half hour.
yeah, we are way over, and I wonder whose fault that is.
The one who came home suspiciously early.
No, I was ready.
Anyways, mom charged back into the house, and we don't know why.
I think to get jams.
Oh, so true, she totally forgot her jams. See, me and Lacey both have a mic, but I don't know what she's saying right now.
Oh, are we talking finally? Hi, it's me and
I
Luke
don't think
over
she's
here.
saying
Leah was
anything.
very salty about the
What?
not being bus buddies.
She also mentioned the one thing you should not mention.
Anyways, so we spent about 2 days in Tampa before we actually got on board the ship, so I just kind of soaked up the family time. We did a bunch of cool stuff on the beach in Tampa, and then when we actually boarded, it was pretty quick. Like, I don't really think I have any complaints about the boarding process. And then as soon as we got on board the ship, they had a ton of live music, and then my mom and sister and brother all got margaritas. And it was just really fun energy. I don't know who these people were. They all had matching blue t-shirts, and they were the Son of the Sailor Club. Like, who are these people? I was told that they were the gambling club, but then I looked it up online, and it looks like they were the people who owned suites on the ship. So I was just really confused. It took about 30 minutes for our stuff to get to our room, which is pretty quick, to be honest, so we just hung out and listened to the live music. Made it to our room. Look at all these smiling faces.
Really, just out of nowhere, pulled it out.
And look, there's like these little bunk beds that pull down from there. Honestly, a nice room, kind of small. I tripped twice going up the steps, and then Lacey seemed really mean because she started laughing at me, and everybody asked if I was okay. Anyways, yeah, this is our room. Oh, and here's a closet. That's just Lacey.
Closet?
Yeah, don't open. Leah, this is the bathroom. The bathroom was really tiny, but pretty standard for a cruise ship to have a small bathroom, so it really wasn't that bad. It was clean and it was nice. And I found this video of myself pretty much just like reviewing the toilet. We're gonna review the toilet. I was really confused where I was going with that. And then I couldn't find footage of me flushing it, but don't worry guys, I found it, so this is what that's like if you were curious. Then after that, we looked at the itinerary for a little bit to see what was on board, and we saw that they had free casino lessons.
Free. We're gonna take all of their money.
We are. And then after that, we got to try the food on the front deck and listen to some live music. And we tried the cheeseburger in Paradise and the Mexican Cantina Cutie, which were both pretty good, to be honest. Honestly, really solid cheeseburgers. Kind of tastes like that place Stacked in Pittsburgh.
They taste
Very
like
solid.
Applebee's.
But you can add your own toppings, which makes it better. Rate your food.
It's honestly 6.5 out of 10. But
Oh.
Korea's food, I give it like a 10.
And then after that, me and Luke checked out the top deck, which had a slide, a pickleball court, and a mini golf course. We played a game of mini golf, and I lost, obviously, because I suck at mini golf. Then after that, that is when disaster struck. That was just the noise they played at the safety briefing, but at the safety briefing, I met my nemesis, Kenny. Here are some facts that I hate about Kenny. He's a bunch of fancy vlogging equipment, he has a super luscious ponytail, he's a really charismatic guy, and he is my nemesis. But I had one wild card to defeat Kenny. A mom who's super electric on the dance floor, and as soon as the safety briefing ended, she ended up getting pulled into this beer holding competition, and with all her kids being in college, she had the support she needed to win this competition.
So, when I say go, not yet, when I say go, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna put your arms straight, you have to be ready. drums. Are you ready? Okay. And your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, very good. Going fine. Okay. Sherry. And we lost Sherry. Thank you very much, Sherry.
Yeah, so my mom lost, but they at least let us get beer, which was really nice. After that, we got to watch the ship take off, and then so we went back down to our room, and then the bunk beds were put up. Finally got a bed, and ladders are somewhere. We actually.
Top of the bed.
Ooh. Wait, so you have to like climb over like up onto there?
No, you don't need to do
Oh,
that.
well, I don't see that. That's like not within my line of sight. So here are my eyes. Here are the ladders.
I can still
See
the
how it's
ladders.
not in the line of
no,
sight.
I can still see
this
it.
is Lacey's eyes. She can see the ladders. And after that, we went to this fancy dinner place that they had on the ship where they had 3-course meals. So I got the meatballs, and then I had this chicken thingy, and then I had pecan ice cream for dessert. And it was all included, which was really nice. And then after that, we went and we looked out on the water, and then we went salsa dancing after that. We just went salsa dancing. Oh wow, that's really, the saturation on the camera is crazy.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
After that, we went to a show, but we left early because we couldn't find our mom anywhere, and we were really worried she was gonna be in the brig. Like, I needed my wild card so I could defeat Kenny. After checking about everywhere in the ship, we finally found her, and then we were all good, and we watched the show together. Day 2, I got up early to go to the gym and work out my glamour muscles. After that, I went to the top deck to get some breakfast, but then I learned that breakfast was closed from 10 to 11. So I had to wait about an hour until I was able to get a burger for lunch. Met with my family, and then we got off board and we went to Key West for a few hours. And after that, we got some Cuban coffee, which was so good, guys. Cuban coffee is amazing. So we just got to the beach. How's everybody feeling? I'm also feeling pretty good.
A little bit warm because someone misinformed me about the weather.
Hold up, and I am on the deck.
Anyways, so I was walking, and everybody just like kept on walking. And everybody just left me because I would take a break and I would sip my coffee, and then everybody else just walked past me. And then anyways, they left me in.
For you.
And then they eventually stopped and waited. But
I want to see my teacher too.
anyways, so Lacey has a tally now of days since her last crash out. So she's 1 day in. Then after that, we went to this Cuban restaurant, but I didn't get anything because I just eaten. How long do you think until Lacey's crash out? Mom's saying 5 days.
No, I'm saying tonight.
Oh, sis. Wait, I gotta zoom out.
I'll make it the rest of the vacation.
I don't think
Luke?
she will make the rest of the vacation. I'm gonna bet before the plane ride back.
I'm also gonna go with Mom and bet tonight, and then also the plane ride.
The travel day. Like how
Yeah, travel days in a row.
Yeah, I'm betting the plane ride like Mom. Then after that, we walked to the beach, and oh my gosh, guys, Key West is so pretty. Like, I can't even show you guys through the camera how pretty Key West is. There's so many roosters there, and there's a bunch of different iguanas. There's also just a random photo of Jack Black on the back of some random guy's car. And there was even this bearded dragon I almost got attacked by. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna jump on me. I was just trying to get a video of it. Now it's just me and Lacey on the beach. Luke and Mom are back there. They went in. It kind of started to rain a little bit, but then we went to tan, so now we're just tanning. And yeah, oh, look, it's so pretty. After that, we drank Cuban coffee and sat near the port before heading back on the ship. Okay, so I just got back, and look what they did. There's a little animal. There's a little towel animal. And look who it is. It's Luke. When we were all on shore, we all bought press-on tattoos and forgot my mom, but she caught on to us pretty quick. She's pretty hairy. Look at those hairs. And then after that, night 2 was pretty similar to night 1, where we got dinner. Dinner was pretty good again. Then we sat on the front deck, and then we saw a show. Day 3 was a boat day, so we all just hung out on the deck until my next wild card got pulled into play. Lacey. Super cool bus buddy, fun energy, can't ride a bicycle. But she has one mystery talent that not many people know about her. She is an insane freak on the hula hoop. Lacey was called to the middle of the deck to perform a hula hooping competition. This is Lacey's one shot at redeeming Mom at being able to win a margarita. But wait, the victory wasn't over there, because a new competitor was called onto the stage. Luke. Ginger, a cutie patootie, and can ride a bicycle. But wait, Luke wasn't going to be able to do this alone. He had to get help from me. And with this dynamic duo in force, there was no way we were going to lose at Simon Says. These people got knocked off one by one. Me and Luke made it to the final 3, and then ultimately, this random girl ended up winning and Luke just got a pity margarita. They also gave him this Margaritaville koozie that he was really proud of. And then after that, you guys know the drill, there was another tally animal, and then we got dinner, which was still pretty good, but we had tiramisu for dessert, which wasn't as good as I was hoping. Then after that, we just sat and we watched the sun on the front deck. There was this thing for the whole week on the ship where Jimmy Buffett just kind of played on repeat over the pool on the ship, which I actually kind of like. How do you feel about being the drunk in my videos?
Fine, because I know it's not true. These are all lies, and your fingers in this shot.
Oh, crap. Look at you drinking responsibly.
Where's little sissy?
Sis, what? This is like your 8th marg. And then after that, we went to go see a live country show, which they were honestly pretty good. Like, how are those people doing that? Okay, so the time just went an hour back, but that's not important because we're gonna do a room tour. It's more of a review. What do you think, sis? What do you think of the space?
It's cramped.
Mom, what do you think? Mom does not like being on camera. Mom, what do you think of the space? Mom. Luke, what do you think of the space?
I feel like a gorilla.
I kind of like being so close to everybody, but I did hit my head off of the bed, so it is a little crammed, and I don't think Mom likes it based on how she's acting. Anyway, so this is what it looks like, and I'm sharing a bed with Mom. Hold on, I go under the sheets this way. She's really hot. Getting under there. You do have clothes on, I can see you. Mom! Anyway, so Mom really likes the space. She said her favorite photo was that one. And her favorite part was she sleeping below Lacey. We finally headed off the ship around 10 o'clock when we could have left at 8. So let's just say some people weren't really happy about that one.
Guess what, Luke? We could have left hours ago, but someone mentioned, oh, he's peeing.
Anyways, I didn't film a lot in Cozumel just because we didn't have a lot of time there. I also get really scared when people try and sell me stuff, so I also didn't film because of that reason. Anyways, so we paid a bunch of money for transportation, which wasn't ideal. But we got to stay on this private beach for free with the transportation, and then we also got free scuba diving.
God damn it, is this going in the video?
Then there was a UFO sighting over the ship that I was on in Cozumel, Mexico, but it happened 4 days after I was in Cozumel. But if you want to see the clip, it may be shocking. That was literally it. That's like literally the only clip that they have of the UFO. Anyways, after that, we watched the ship take off, and then we went to another free dance class that they had on the ship.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Then they were playing Wicked on the front deck, so then we went and watched that. Then we went and we saw a comedy show. And then after that, we just went to karaoke. But then, guys, you'll never believe what happened next. At karaoke, my nemesis was there. So not only is he all these things, but he's also electric on the karaoke floor. Like, how is he so good at this? But it's okay, guys. I had 1 day left to defeat my parasocial relationship with this man. Day 5, I got up pretty early to try the almonds and banana bread like Lacey said, and I gotta say, she was right. They were really good. And then we did another one of those free dance classes that were on the ship, and that was also really fun. And then we also did a line dancing class that I forgot to film, so just picture this picture as me line dancing. And then I forgot to film dinner, but it was some kind of shrimp meal, I think, and it was still pretty good, to be honest. And then we went to this Caribbean remix show, which was super cool, and there's just some girl that was just hanging by her hair, so that was really cool. Also, we just got a whole picture with the cast on my Polaroid, so that was really cute. And we all went salsa dancing on the main floor, and then there was a guy that was doing the bar trick where you pour all the drinks into like all the cups. So that was really cool to see. Then I wanted to try gambling since the age for gambling in the ship was over 18, so I thought I'd try. I decided to play the slot machines. I put in $10. And now I have 4 cents. Then we all went to karaoke. Per usual, Kenny was eating it up on the dance floor. I also think it's important to say I learned his name was Kenny from karaoke. I'm not that much of a creep. On the last day, it's pretty quick. We all moved out. We were almost out of photos pretty much. And then we all went home back to Pittsburgh. Okay, time for the part of the video that everybody's been waiting for, which is, did I defeat Kenny? How did those photos I took at the beginning of the video on my camera turn out? And then how would I rate the cruise ship and would I recommend it? First things first, on my instant camera, it was really old, so I don't think they're gonna even process really. I took it into Walmart 4 days ago and it was only really supposed to take 2 days. So I'm just gonna cut my losses where I have them, and if I get them back, I will post them as a short, so subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date if you want to see that. But secondly, my next thing is I did not end up ever even talking to Kenny, but I want you guys to do some deep diving and investigating to see what Kenny's YouTube channel is, and pretty much just like comment down below if you find it or if you know him. Lastly, so I would rate the cruise ship out of 5. I would probably rate the food like a 3.5. I really actually did like the food. What brings it down was it was closed from the hours of like 11 to 12, and then it shut down after 9, and like the only thing you could get was pizza after 9 o'clock, which I didn't like. It was like I'd be up till like midnight and I wish there was something to eat. So that kind of sucked, but the food was pretty good. I like cheeseburger in paradise, and I also like the omelets. The buffet was pretty good for what I had. I only had the buffet once, and I just got a thing of barbecue ribs, which were pretty good. So the food was good. Like, it's nothing like exceptional. It's just kind of like glorified dining hall food. So I thought it was good, so I'll give it a 3.5. Next, on cleanliness, I rate it like a 4.5. I think the rooms and everything were pretty clean. Obviously, I didn't hold a blacklight up to it, so I can't really rate it like on how really clean it was, but obviously if you hold a blacklight up to anything, you're gonna find something. So I'll rate it like a 4.5. There's a random handprint on the roof, which kind of brings it down for me. But everything else was pretty nice. They also had like these animals, which bring it up for me, like the towel animals. They were really cute. And then lastly, on entertainment was the best thing about the ship. There was live entertainment, live music pretty much throughout the whole ship. They had the ship parties, which were really fun, which me and my family all got pretty involved in. And then also, like, they had the nightclub, which was fun, the dance lessons that they had pretty much every day. Those are my favorite, and I also like the nightly shows. Pretty much every night they had a show, so pretty much 5 out of 5 for entertainment. It was really fun, and they definitely put a lot of their money into entertainment, and you could really tell. So, what is my final rating of the cruise ship? I would go about 4.33 stars, averaging out all the stars across food, entertainment, and cleanliness. I would recommend it to pretty much a lot of people. I think it's a good budget option if you want to go on a cruise with your family. Like, I think it was pretty fun. So, yes, I would recommend the ship. It was a good time with me and my family, and thank you guys so much for watching.